Welcome back to the Mountain Morning Show from Slam Dance. I'm very excited to have Cullen Hoback here with the film What Lies Upstream. Great to have you in studio.
Yeah, good to be back.
Yeah, this is an important topic that you've chosen this time in Slam Dance, and I'm always concerned, I think, that our next real trouble in this country will be safe water to drink. It already costs more than gasoline. It's bound to get more costly. It's controlled by a very few companies as far as drinking water is concerned. And of course, we seem to pollute it a lot. So talk to me about, first of all, the film and what inspired you to go out and film and make this.
Sure, yeah. So as you mentioned, I mean, What Lies Upstream really is an investigation into what is broken about the drinking water system in America. So the initial impetus for this film was this spill that occurred in West Virginia. 300,000 people suddenly had a mysterious chemical appearing in their drinking water. Right. And it had a very strong smell. That's how it was detected. So were it not for the smell, then no one would have known that there was this contamination.
Yeah.
And that, for me, that brought up a lot of other questions as to what else could be in our drinking water. And of course, then Flint happens, and that helped me expand my investigation.
When you talk about investigation, you did this very much as like a docu-thriller, or what did you call it?
It's a political thriller.
Political thriller.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I think you could focus on the victims, but I chose to focus on the political shenanigans and the, the behind-the-scenes lobbyists, the corruption, and trying to figure out what it is that's actually, the relationship between law and science, and how our regulators aren't necessarily doing their jobs and policing our water as they should.
One of the things I sort of felt, and tell me if this seems to be the case from your investigation, was that there were an awful lot of people who were standing up very, very upset suddenly in the legislature, or, in our political system, very angry all of a sudden about what was going on. Well, all the while, I think they knew there were things going on before that they hoped they'd never have to talk about how it was going on.
Well, you know what they say, a crisis is too good of an opportunity to waste. So, so anytime you have something like a mass contamination, it's a great opportunity for political theater. So that's when you see a lot of politicians coming out and saying, we're going to fix this, we're going to change it. And it lets them play the role of the hero.
Wow. Well, all the while knowing they'd done something wrong probably to begin with by just sort of putting the blinders on.
It's quite possible. Politicians are beholden to a lot of special interests, and they're also pulled in a lot of different directions. So when they're dealing with hundreds of bills, most of which they don't know anything about during the course of a year, it's hard to say how much they know about what the reality is with our drinking water.
Well, I want to continue this discussion, but I want to see a clip from the movie. We have the trailer for What Lies Upstream. Here it is. Wow, so out doing some water testing. We have another clip that we'll look at in a moment too from Flint. But I want to discuss this for a moment. The chemical itself, MCHM, is that right?
That's right. Yeah.
This chemical, invisible, right?
It had a slight yellow tint to it, a very strong odor.
But the odor is the thing. Talk to me about this, because it seems we see a lot of fake news now. We've been talking about that word a lot lately.
Right.
But fake science, there's some fake science involved here.
Absolutely. I mean, that's a big part of the investigation, because in the beginning, the CDC, virtually every state official was saying, look, you drank this chemical, but everything's going to be fine. We have this safety data on MCHM. It shows that it's not hazardous.
What a relief.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
And one of the main characters in the film, Dr. Gupta, he was the only state official, he was actually working for the local health department at the time, who thought things might not be as they were being portrayed. So,
is this Sanjay Gupta?
Rahul Gupta.
Rahul Gupta.
Yeah,
okay.
Dr. Rahul Gupta. But then you'll watch the film and you'll see exactly how much manipulation of data was going on in the background by the company who created the chemical. And then for some reason the CDC also supports this fake science. So that also ties in with Flint. And talking with the EPA whistleblower there, Dr. Mark Edwards,
right.
His understanding of what happens at the CDC and the EPA and the kind of science that comes out of them, that really helped me connect the dots between what was going on in West Virginia what was happening in Flint, and what I think is happening around this country when it comes to our drinking water.
Well, we have a clip from Flint as well that we're going to take a look at here. Let's run that clip right now.
Great.
Again, the film is What Lies Upstream. This clip from Flint, Michigan. Wow. So some manipulation of data. That seems to be a recurring theme in our country.
And this is really a problem, of course, right?
It really is. Like these things, they're messing with our health. They're playing around with, they're toying with people's lives.
Well, and when you manipulate some science or you fake some science, it corrodes the whole institution. It makes it so people don't know what to trust anymore, just like with fake news.
Wow. Well, the topic is fascinating. I would love to talk to you for another, well, the length of the film, we could sit and talk, I'm sure, at least an hour. But for folks who want more, they're going to have to go check it out. It's What Lies Upstream. When can we see it?
It will be playing again tomorrow at 3 p.m. at the Treasure Mountain Inn.
Okay.
So it's our last screening.
Your last screening is tomorrow at 3.
Here, I'm sure there will be more opportunities in the future, but if you're in Park City, this is it.
Well, I intend to be there. I sure appreciate you being here in our studio. The film, again, What Lies Upstream, Cullen Hoback, thank you for being here. We've got much more coming up here on the Mountain Morning Show. We're taking a break. We'll be back with it right after this.